Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's Monday market update. Uh, Man, it was a great month. It was a really good month. March was awesome. We really killed it with some trades. I had a really nice weekend. Took some time off. Trading this month has been absolutely wild. I swear to God, we've hit like every single major pivot along the way. Um, and I'd like to keep doing that. So we'll kind of keep, I'll keep you guys up to date throughout this week. There's a lot of data being released, a lot of US data being released that could create a lot of volatility throughout the week, which is great. That's awesome. That's exactly what I want to see. Is more volatility. I do not, I'm not exactly keen on staying in this little tight range for the rest of the week, right? We can see that we have a nice, kind of triangle forming here. That would be great to see break to the downside. So last Monday, we started off with this plan. We held this low, we took this long, we held this high, we took this short, profit at the midline, back test the 618. I compounded this, took more profit here, and I again compounded this. I saw a handful of people in the Discord eyeing this setup and actually took it of their own accord. That's amazing. That's exactly what I want to see. I'm always very happy to share my setups, and I'm really happy to be good confluence for you guys. But the goal is for you to become, traders of your own accord. I as a trader, I don't look at other people's analysis and follow their analysis. I do sentiment checks, of course, but anyway, it's really great to see you guys, taking the initiative to do that and taking your own trades. So, our previous week low, swept that. Previous week high, swept that. We have to update these levels. These are no longer the previous week high and low. They're actually here and here now. This channel still stands. I do like this channel. Again, as per my plan here, I still don't have any reason to believe that we are not going to continue down and get to this, 25k zone, right? Somewhere like in 25,600 to 25,200, somewhere in there. I don't really see any reason for us not to do that still. So we'll do some updating on this chart. We'll take a look at that. Look at our weekly chart here. Again, you can see like the 25,200, 25k zone to the 25,600. You can see that we have a lot of weekly moving averages converging on that site. We could see that it acted as a resistance here. We broke through. Why not back test that area for then continuation to the upside is ultimately what I'm looking for. Taking a look at our daily chart. So this would be a, I'm kind of looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of a thing to play out. And for our 3, which we're in right now, we're looking at a, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is kind of what I'd like to see. So again, on that back test, we'll have to see how deep it gets here, but the 382 is at 25,600. Again, another bit of confluence there, right? We have it on lower time frames, mid time frames, and higher time frames. We have confluence from our weekly chart in that zone. We have confluence in our daily chart from that zone. Elliott wave in our lower time frame with our previous ranges all line up there. So I'm again, I'm a pretty big fan of hitting that area, and maybe by the time we do this, 25-day or 55-day moving average also coincides with that zone, giving us another bit of confluence in that area for support. Going to our 4-hour chart. So we can see the trend losing momentum here as our moving averages start to flatten. Um, yeah, I mean, you know, when let's I want to clean up one of these charts and just kind of really look at it quickly. You know, like, right? Again, why not get a move down, sweep? This is what I'm seeing personally. When I see this, this is what I see. And granted, we did sweep the lows a little bit here, but yeah, I don't know. I just looking at this, I'm not thinking to myself, yeah, we're going to get a move up. You know, I don't look at this and say, wow, this is really bullish. I think we're just going to continue to the upside. No, I see, you know, basically, right? I mean, to me, like that, this is basically what I'm looking at. You know, we're stuck in this really tight range. Price is having a hard time moving higher. We've took out the highs multiple times. Sure, we swept these local lows, which is great. This is an awesome range play that really messed a lot of people up. This really messed a lot of people up. Which I liked, right? This range trade, this last minute, you know, here we are. People think we're going lower. I love that shit. Like when we get in here and where people don't realize we're at range lows and they're looking to continue shorting down. This is perfect. I live for this trade, right? Same going with this one. Oh my God, we're going higher. Let's keep pumping. We sweep the highs and we dump. I live for these trades. You guys know I love trading ranges. Sweeping the range low and the range high, especially in the same week, that is like beautiful. Look at this. Look. Oh, it's not even on this weekly. Let's go to look at look at this weekly, right? Here's the previous week high. Here's the previous week low. Look at this weekly. It literally swept both the high and low and then just closed in the middle. It's awesome. That is like it's just it's a like I said, those are the trades I live for. I love that, right? But now that we've wrecked both sides, I think that the next move that happens isn't going to be to wreck a side. It's going to be the move. Okay. We had our low, we had our high, swept, swept. Now, whatever happens, I don't think that we're going to sweep the high again and sweep the low again. I don't think that that's going to be the case at all. And again, you know, I'm favoring more so a move down. I would like to see it be aggressive, quick, short consolidation here for then continuation to the upside. My, you know, things that make me a little not so confident in it, like let's say 100%, we can look at our funding rates. We can see that they're largely negative or bullish funding rates. And if we go to our liquidity chart, we can see that we are in some negative delta right now. So there's about 2.5 billion in negative delta just on Binance alone. You know, so these are things that, you know, these levels where we're at right now, it just, nothing is saying like, yeah, for sure, we're just going to start peak dumping. You know, I'm not seeing that. And I can see like why some people would see some of this data and think to themselves, you know, hey, maybe we can be short-term bullish. But that mindset is precisely why, for me personally, I'm thinking that we just continue down. It doesn't seem entirely likely. It doesn't seem like it's absolutely should happen. Like there's a unanimous agreement that we should go down, right? The data is a little bit uncertain, and that's part of the reason why I like this trade even more so, right? Okay, so we did that. We ran through everything. I'm going to take a short period of time to just update a couple things on the chart. There really isn't too much to do. I still, you know, what day was last Monday here? Okay, so Monday. So this was last week, Monday. This is this week, Monday. I mean, price is only $200 difference. We executed the plan from last Monday, swept both the high and the low. You know, there's really not a whole lot for me to update here, right? We executed our plan. That's great. And like I've said, now that we've swept both the low and the high locally, I don't think that we're going to be sweeping anymore. I think, again, the next move is the move. And I'm hoping, based on my analysis, I believe that that move will be to continue down to this zone, fill this fair value gap, hit this area here for then continuation to the upside. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this. Let's go through some of our random shit that we have over here. Okay, so this is that short that I shared on Friday's live stream, which was the back test of the 618 here that we can see we back tested again today. So this short midline, great. We got some profits here, back tested again. Like I said, I compounded here. So like this short is still very much on the table for me. I like these setups. I'm gonna get rid of them though. This trend line, don't really care anymore. Don't really need that. This is an interesting trend line. Yeah, this could coincide with this week. I like it. I like this. Maybe, you know, whatever. Yeah, this would be kind of nice, something like this. Okay, so we like that one. I don't even know where that is. Don't need that. This brush, don't need that. We like that. All right, so this is the short that I called this earlier than this. I posted this in the Discord. This was, when did I post this? Let's look. March 29th. March 29th. So I posted that in here. We got the move up. We hit exactly to the entry. We hit our take profit 1 here. And we are still waiting for our take profit 2 here. And like I've said, I've actually traded this almost into a mini range because I keep compounding here and taking profit here. But we are still looking towards our take profit 2 here and, you know, eventually our final target down here. So we've had this plan for quite some time, right, guys? And this is it looks good. I'm really happy with it so far. I think it's really nice. So we'll go ahead and make a little this trend-based extension. I'll leave it for now. Let's take a look at the volume here. Beautiful. The 618 lines up with the value area high, which we rejected from. Currently rejecting from the point of control of the range. It's beautiful. Perfect. This is, everything looks great. I'm going to go ahead and hide that. Plan played out. Great. Local Elliott wave. Everything looks good here. This is obviously going to be extended slightly. I'd like this to happen relatively fast, to be honest with you. I'd really appreciate it if this would happen by Friday. Not sure that that will be the case. Maybe it will be next week. Well, we'll play it by ear. So far things look good. What was this wave from? This was 3. Nice, looks good. Yeah, everything looks fine. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Local trend lines. All right, we can see we have one of particular interest here. Not really interested in most of these. This one is interesting. I like how this one looks. Keep an eye on that one. So I want to look at this key support. Okay, that's been lost. Macro. Yeah, this was one I've been interested in, but we might not hit that for a while. I mean, what are the odds that we really get a big move down? I just don't think are great. Okay, cool. I haven't updated my X's in a while. That's okay. Yeah, so this, the 24K range high, that's this one that we traded for quite some time, right? I just marked out the high of that so I don't have my charts totally cluttered up. Up channel. We are inside the up channel. That was a back test at the top of the channel as well, the 618. Excellent place for a short. Yeah, and this is that local up channel that, yeah, we'll have to just keep an eye on. 28K sideways. Technically the top of that channel. This smaller channel that we traded for a time, we can see that we've rejected the top of that channel and reclaimed after it was holding a support here. Again, I like how this short looks. All right, cool. Our liquidation levels. So this one is hit. I will remove that. We have this one here. Okay, and then we also have one lower here. Let's see, that would be 23,830. 830. Okay, cool. So we have these two here that are key. And we can go ahead and why don't we just take a couple minutes to add some. Yeah, you could argue it's forming an ascending triangle. Sure. Not really. I mean, no. Nah. You could maybe argue it if you want. I don't think so. No, I wouldn't identify that as a ascending triangle. All right, let's take a look at some liquidity. No surprise, absolute shit ton of liquidity to the upside. Okay, so 27.3, interesting. Okay, so 27.350, 27.350 just below these lows. Okay, that's not surprising, but I'm not particularly interested in marking that on my chart. 25,650. Okay, boom. We like that level. 29,500. I will mark that out on the chart. Not really much of a surprise there. And these should be green. I don't know why they're not green. These are our long zones. Let's look at a monthly. Let's look a month out. Let's go ahead and add our other exchanges too. Yeah, so like Let me be honest with you, I kind of see this sometimes and I'm like, fuck, could we actually go lower? Could we actually go down here? I'm just going to focus on this area for now. I mean, we have a really nice chunk of liquidity here at 25,600. Again, like I keep referring to, it's a really key level for me. I'm actually going to move this just a little bit lower. So it's a really key level for me. I know that we have this liquidity here, but I think that, you know, price needs liquidity. Okay, the market needs liquidity, right, to push higher. So if we leave this liquidity here for the time being and we let it build up by continuing to open shorts here and we get this move down, spend a short amount of time here, come back up, what do we have? Liquidations here, liquidations here, liquidations here, and we can go squeeze to a higher price. Right, so I think we're doing a little liquidity engineering here by building some up at the highs there, which, you know, means that we can get our move down and we'll save these for later that we'll kind of come back to. But this all looks really, really good. This 22,600 liquidity, however, is something I am going to mark and just keep an eye on. 22,600. I don't particularly think we're going to go that low, but I'm not going to be... I'm marking it on my chart, I guess is what I'm getting at. So, okay, cool. So we have our levels. I'm going to go ahead and hide some of this stuff. All right. These are my really big short based on time models. We didn't really hit any of them. Order blocks, we have our one OB there. There really are no new order blocks or anything that I am interested in. Nothing there. No. Nope. There is one H1 OB here that I like. I don't really think it's crazy. I don't really think it's a crazy great OB or anything, but I guess we'll mark it out just for reference in case we get a small deviation of this. Okay. All right. Previous week, these are some levels that we will update. Previous week high is now here. Previous week low is now here. The weekly open is here. We also have a previous month. Let's take a look at that. This actually may be more helpful to us right now. Oof. Wow. Okay. Quite a monthly candle there. Previous month high, open, low. Previous month low. Previous month high. Monthly open, which coincided with the 618 for a short. Great. I will take a look at the so we do okay, nice. All right. So we have a monthly naked point of control at 22,300. Yikes. Oh man. Oh. Oh. Oh God, what would you guys do if we dumped a 22K? Yeah. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. Well, let's listen. We're gonna start with 25 first, and I'm fairly confident. I'm like pretty confident that we'll at least get a bounce there for a scalp or something. But this 22 level is starting to look pretty interesting to me. So 22,300. Let's go ahead and mark that out. All right, well, God, this always gets me sometimes with this data. It's always so goofy. Uh, 23, 7, 28. Let me just look at something once. Okay. All right, so we'll mark so 22,300 for the naked point of control. I probably shouldn't have done that. Hang on. Ugh, man, I don't know. Maybe we do go down there. That'd be pretty interesting, huh? All right, I'm not gonna mark out all that other stuff. I'm not particularly, yeah, I'm good on it. So let's go back to our 4-hour. So previous month low, naked point of control. Nope, that's not where that is. That would be at 22,300. Give me just a minute, guys. I'll be right back. All right. So there's a couple things with this naked point of control that are kind of interesting to me. Let's get rid of a couple of these lower time frame things. We're going to talk about the higher time frame stuff quick. So that's the previous month high. It's also the previous week high. We have our monthly open, which was the 618, as well as there's another bit of confluence there, and we rejected from. This is a great short. We have this pocket of liquidity down here, along with this naked point of control, this monthly naked point of control. And you want to know what else it is too? It is oh, I thought this fell in line with the 618 of this. It's a little bit higher, I guess. 22,800. So it wasn't from down there, it was from here. Yeah, so it's a small zone. It's a small zone. You know, for me, I don't really see any reason for us to start thinking that we're going to be getting a move down there. But I think it's worth keeping in mind if we get to this level that we expect to be support and we just straight up start cutting through it. Okay, if that happens, then yeah, it's probably time to reevaluate. In which case, I would expect a bounce here and then probably a sweep like this. Get a move up, back test the 618, continuation to the upside. I would expect something more like that to happen. This is worth keeping in mind. Again, like I said, I'm not going to go crazy over it right now, being that this zone is still a high area of confluence for me. So I'm still going to look to open up along here. Like I said, if we fall through straight up, I'm going to be looking a little bit lower to this, you know, to this 22 level, okay? But in the meantime, I don't think that we need to get so crazy over that. I don't think, yep, okay, I got rid of that. The previous month high, this will get taken out at some point. Would not be surprised by that. I actually want to, let's go back in here. We have a previous month naked point of control. Let's see if we have any weak naked point of control. So we have one at 24,810. 24,810. I'm not particularly interested in that level per se. 870 it looks like I had marked out. Could this be? I'll move it down a little bit. $24,810. So we do have that there. Not crazy interested with that one either. Let's look at our previous week. I'm gonna update those. It's not as the previous week and all that aren't as interesting for me right now because I'm no longer expecting a sweep. right? Like the previous week levels were awesome for me because I was expecting a sweep to happen. Because I'm not expecting a sweep anymore, I'm expecting the real move. These levels are all much less interesting to me. We can see that the month or the weekly open is being fought over a little bit. This weekly low, yeah. I'm not particularly interested in any of that. This month one, however, I am. And I'll keep the previous month high on here. Well, I just don't think we need it. Monthly, we do have a new monthly level at about 23. We're really going to have to look at some of these levels and if we break that 25 to see which ones are the most valid. I think that, yeah, that's pretty close to it. So this is an untapped monthly level. Untapped monthly level there. We'll go ahead and put this in the monthly. This is all messed up. It's previous monthly resistance too. That'd be a great back test. Shit. That would be a really nice back test. Oh boy. All right. Well, again, we're seeing some other possibilities here. What I'm pointing out is this is that if you go ahead and look here, if we had a monthly level that was resistance here, 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 and here, we finally broke through it. We could see this candle come back test this monthly, which is also a new untapped monthly, and then, you know, close higher up per se, you know, having a candle that looks something like this with a closure, you know, up here. Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll just have to wait and see. Like I said, I'm trying not to get ahead of myself, but we are seeing some possibility for lower. But I am gonna keep an eye on that 25 level first, nonetheless. Weekly, no new weekly levels of significance. Again, if we go ahead and look, I'm actually gonna mark this little pocket out on my chart because there's so much going on here. There's just so much happening in this zone that I cannot ignore it. Uh, 618. Um, Monthly, weekly, 618. Yeah, should be good. And then I'm going to go ahead and hide these. And if we go back, let's go to a daily time frame. We do have an untapped daily here at the 24,300, which we also said was a naked point of control, I believe. Is that right? NPOC 24. Yeah, there's a small zone there. Again, I'm not going to get too crazy about that one yet. What is the level at? 24,870. Okay. Hmm. Did I get that? No. I'm gonna get rid of this too. Point is we know it's there and we're gonna drop through it. I like the monthly just because I think that this is a good sign of, if we were to reclaim this and continue to like close above it, then, maybe we do sweep the highs first or go higher first. So I do think that that's worth keeping in mind. There's a couple more things I want to look at here. And that is let's mark some of this stuff out here. Okay, so here's my summed up analysis for BTC. Here is my summed up analysis for BTC. Right now, this zone is holding as resistance. I have shorted that multiple times. I intend to trade it down at the very least for my next take profit here, which we called out back over here, right? Or back in here. My next take profit where I would actually be interested for a long, not so much interested for a long here, but I could see another bounce to the midline from here to really kind of mess people up again. I'm not going to look to long it, but I will take profit here. Here, I would look to long. If we simply fall through, I'm going to look for this box next. If we do come here, get a closure above, whatever, back to 618 XYZ, looks good. We show strength. I'll look to trade this back up to take out this high here. and get a move up to this pocket liquidity at about 29,500 and likely, you know, finally reach our 30K zone area just a little bit higher. We have an untapped weekly level up there as well as previous range point of control. So like that 30K zone, not only being a psychological level, but that for me would be a great area then, you know, to trade this back up. So, you know, again, we'll come up with some targets here or kind of get this set up right. But if I were to just kind of get ahead of myself a little bit and draw some things out, you know, we would basically be looking, you know, at something like this, right? I would be looking at something like this. $29. I would be looking to trade something like this coming up here. If we were to lose this level, then we'll come down here and we'll reevaluate. Okay. Well, I'll keep you guys updated. We'll look at it. We'll reevaluate. But right now, this is my area of interest. And like I said, I would look to trade it back to new highs and possibly a little bit higher. And we'll have to sort of play that by ear. As a matter of fact, I would start looking for. I would probably end up keeping this open, and I would start hedging myself a little bit higher. We can see that the short trade it's looking really, really good so far. It's playing out nicely. So that would be my setup. If we were to get a move up from here by some miracle, reclaim the 618 in the monthly open, this is like my key area of resistance right now, that if reclaimed, let's say like on a 4-hour time frame, especially like a daily time frame, maybe we'll get another sweep of the highs. One more sweep of the highs. I don't think that we'll break up there. I really, really don't. I feel very confident in a move down. So we'll have to play that by ear if that were to happen. I would of course get stopped out from here, and I would end up probably trading my stop. I would probably end up entering off my stop or something like that from this. So we'll have to play that by ear. Don't worry about it too much. Let's just focus on this plan for now, being that we're already positioned short, right, and looking lower. So this would be my setup for that. I want to take some time to look at ETH here too. Before I do want to post this. I forgot to add this to the chat here. If you guys are ever looking for any of my links or anything like that, you can find them all here. Okay, so we'll take a look at ETH. There was a chart I posted on ETH in the Discord yesterday, and I basically said this is everything you need to know for levels on ETH. Plain and simple. I mean, this is ETH right now. I mean, most simply put, this is what you're looking at. We've been in a sideways range since early June, right? Is when that was started forming. And we've since then quite literally simply traded, you know, from the highs back to the lows, back to the highs, now struggling to break up again, to which personally I do think that we're targeting this and that we will take out this stop. But before we do that, coinciding, you know, going along with BTC, I would like to see some degree of a move down. Now, where that move down is to, we'll go ahead and take a look at right now and see. But for me, this, you know, if you really just most simply put want to draw out your chart, for me, this is really, if you're like a swing trader, you don't take a lot of trades super often. I think that these are all the levels you need. Mark out your 618, have this all set up here. Boom, I think you're all set. You know, you're looking at a good chart to infer to, you know, if we were to get a move kind of come in like this, we sweep this low, we get a move back up here, and then we come back down like this, whatever, and then we get one more push like this, and then have continuation to the upside. Like this would be, a really nice setup. And I this is like played out way too long. I don't think it'll take that long at all. But just keeping an eye on some of these levels here, I think is really, really key. We can see that ETH is really doing its best to hold this level on a daily time frame, and if lost, it's just more validation, right, for us to trade lower. So we'll go back to my main ETH chart, and I'm gonna clean some stuff up. God, honestly, I've never really been good about keeping my ETH chart clean because I'm always so focused on BTC. Is this an untapped weekly level? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I don't really give a do I already have that in the weekly? Let's check. Yes, I do. All right. Get rid of that. I don't need that. Let's put this on. This is no longer untapped. This is a key SR. You can see it pretty clearly how important this weekly level is, right? Resistance zone. And then here, closure above, and it's holding, right? This does look really good. I actually think this looks fine. So we'll have to wait and see, if this level is lost. I'm definitely going to be looking for a bounce after taking out this low here at the very least. We'll sort of have to play it by ear and see what happens with that in BTC. Monthly, nothing of interest on a monthly. Weekly, previous week high, previous week low. I'll look back to that in a little bit here. Trend line, not interesting. Short position. This one got sweet. This one didn't really play out. This was my primary one, which I'm actually positioned in right now, that I was looking to trade down lower. We'll leave that for now. This harmonic did not play out. The high got taken. I was really surprised because this is a super, super nice cipher harmonic, but it is what it is. This is a daily. Let's go to our daily time frame here. Yep, so this was support. I'm not really interested in either of these dailies anymore, so these can go. Fixed range, volume profile here. Currently finding support at the point of control. I like that channel. Hmm. God, I haven't updated some of this in a long time. This is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, yeah. Okay. So we have a fair value gap here. This one, there is one. I'm not particularly crazy about it though. So I'm actually not even gonna pay any mind to it. 4 hour. Yeah, nothing of interest here. Okay, cool. So that still stands. Nothing has changed there. OBs. This daily OB is great. Look at this. See if we have any good order blocks for support here. It's a decent H12 OB. Not really crazy about its positioning right here. Nothing there. 6. There's kind of one here. This one might actually be okay. H3 goes to 1592. 1607. God, I don't know if I want this one though. It's just so. It's just a lot. And I want to sweep that low. Let's go to H3. I think I'm going to use the H3 one. I like that one more. Let's mark out our previous month levels. Monthly open. Let's do our week. Previous week high, previous week low. Weekly open. Back to our 4 hour. Short's looking good, boys. This looks awesome. Okay. So Previous week high, previous week low, weekly open. Monthly high, monthly open, which we rejected from. Monthly low. Don't think the monthly low is of value. Weekly low is valuable, but it's pretty clear on the chart, so I don't necessarily need that showing. I don't know that I need... Don't know that I need this OB to know what's going on there. Although it would be previous month high, I think is plenty. And the monthly open as good measure. Weekly, that was the key weekly there, is tapped, but we are keeping an eye on that SR. Which one do I have key? Okay. Let's take a look at our channels. I'm gonna hide this one because it's not relevant right now. Mid time frame range. Okay, well, I can tell you right now where where my eye is immediately drawn to for a position, and that would be here. So right off the bat, this is where my eye is drawn to for a long couple reasons. One, we have this fair value gap. Would love to see it hold a support. We have this OB. Would love to see that hold a support. We also have this low here that it would be great to see a move down, sweep this one, move back up, back test this here, get a move down, sweep this low, consolidate for a period, then have continuation to the upside. This would be really, really nice in my opinion. This is probably what I would be looking for here. In that case. So immediately right off the bat, that's where I'm drawn to in terms of a position. Let's see. Yeah. This has been a pretty key range. Okay, let's pull up, take a look at the liquidity on ETH for the month. Majority rest 1870, not surprised. All these were hit basically. Okay, so 1870 zone, okay. 1620, 1440. Took the last 7 days. All right, so 1620 and 1440. All right, so 1620, this is a hot spot here. Perfect. This lines up closely with where we want to look for a long position. And then we also have one at 1440, which I'm not really going to give a lot of credit just yet. But generally speaking for ETH, this is more or less what I would be looking for. And we're going to have to play it by ear and just kind of let things get updated as we go. But for now, this is, for now, I like this setup. If we continue to break down, then I'm just going to simply look to long this trend line. So I'm actually going to get rid of all of these alerts and reset some. You guys can go ahead and set the same alerts on your chart. All right, so we'll go 1620, add alert. Look to long OB below. And if that's lost, we'll set an alert like, below where we were looking for our stops perhaps here. Look to long trend line below. Plus fill fair value gap. That's 1480. I'm gonna set an alarm here just because I want to know lose weekly SR and we are good on short. And I'm gonna finally set an alarm here. That says likely sweep, likely take out the highs. That's 1660, 1860. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to leave it off at this. This is basically, like I said, this is kind of the zone that I'm looking for on ETH. If we get the setup there, great. If we cut through and go lower, no problem, we look lower. BTC, this is generally speaking like the zone that I'm looking for a position. If we take this out and look, then we'll simply look lower, right? But for now, I like these setups here. I think that this is, a really clean chart. It looks good. Yeah, so I think we can go ahead and leave it off there. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the Discord. Thanks for being patient with me today. I know that this was a little bit longer, but we did just have the monthly close as well as a quarterly close. So it was a really good time for us to kind of take a reset, look at the charts, and do some updating here. So, generally speaking, I'm still looking lower as planned from last Monday on both BTC and ETH. I am net short in both assets, so I am looking lower on that. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the Discord. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll look forward to some new content this week. Also this month, I am going to start up tutorials again now that I'm done with that trading tournament, so do look forward to that as well. Well, all right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you in the Discord.